Hi, this is Raj and you're watching BollywoodHungama.com.
Well, we have with us the team of Shahid, that is the director Hansal Mehta and a very brilliant actor Raj Kumar. First of all, pleasure having you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you, sir.
And I've seen the film. I think it's a really amazing film, and I think it's a must-watch film of 2013. First of all, Mr. Mehta, I've been following your work for quite some time now. Like Chal was there, and Dil Pe Mat Le Yaar has been there. Decent films, but Shahid has put you in altogether different league altogether as a director. It's like a flawless work somewhere. So what exactly have you been drinking, and what exactly have you been eating actually?
I think I went through a period of introspection, Faridoon. There was a time where you feel disillusioned with your own self, with your own work,
Right.
and with the world that you live in. Sari cheeze, everything comes together, and you wonder, what am I doing, and what kind of world are you living in? So both the things came together. There was a certain thing brewing inside me where the world is getting so divided, and I felt helpless. I can't do anything about it. And somewhere, that anger, the concern for things around me, and for also myself as a filmmaker, I think all that came together very well during Shahid. And Shahid is my most honest piece of work. I have not made the film thinking about anything, box office, commercial considerations, anything. It is purely straight. It is a pure work of heart.
Pure work of heart, and it's also pure work of art as well. A bit of a transformation has been there as far as you're saying that you've tried to be politically incorrect. That's how your Twitter intro reads as well. In the last few years, we've been noticing how you've been blogging as well, and you've been expressing your viewpoints, the way the things function in the film industry, which has been like a sudden shift from maybe how you were functioning maybe earlier as well. And you've done I think a sort of adult comedy film before that as well, and now suddenly you just
Why are you reminding me of that?
I'm reminding you of that. But there has been a departure somewhere. That's a conscious decision. Were you influenced by some people?
I've spent enough time. When I started during Dil Pe Mat Le Yaar and Chal and my first film Jayate, I was a different person. I came in very idealistic, and slowly you find your ideals breaking. And earlier I would blame the world for me becoming, for me selling out. I started blaming the world. I felt like a victim. कि अच्छा मैं बिक गया because of you. Because you said I'm bad, so I'm sold. Now I'll make anything. Then I realized it's not because of the world, it's because of me. There was no reason to sell out. And I think that is purely, I'm back to what I was good at, what I wanted to do. And with this experience, where I think I feel that I am a better student of filmmaking than I was when I started.
Raj Kumar, we've been seeing the way you've been functioning. Like Kai Poche has been there this year, and when you see Shahid, obviously it will. Many people I've just been noticing that they're saying that national award के लिए काफी टक्कर होने वाली है इस साल and all that stuff. But I think it is a phenomenal performance. There's no doubt about that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But someone so young, and you're just pulling up very complex roles, and it's not an easy role to play at all, because when you see the film you realize that the guy must have been quite complex in his own mind itself as to what he really wants to do in life, and he gets into situations and then he just comes out of it, and then he tries to find his way. It must not have been easy. It's not a unidimensional role at all. कहीं से भी.
No, it has never been easy actually. I took it as a challenge from the very start, from the very beginning. And when Hansal narrated me his life story, I was very fascinated. It's a very inspiring story. His whole life journey, his whole life has been a very fascinating, and also it's a real life character. When you do a real life character, there's a responsibility on your shoulders. You just can't do anything or everything. You have to stick to what has already been there. His family is there. There are people who are going to watch the film, who are going to judge you after watching the film. So there's been a lot of research behind it, behind playing Shahid Azmi.
It's very easy to judge a person like Shahid Azmi, because there was a point of time he actually went to train under the militants, and then he just spends a lot of time in the jail, and he comes out of it. He takes the difficult route of actually studying in the jail, which is quite unheard of, and then he decides to do law, and he does quite well in 7 years, 17 acquittals, which is considered quite high. Someone of that nature, somehow do you realize that heroes don't really get recognized. There are too many heroes around us, but we fail to recognize them in their lifetimes.
No, absolutely. It's absolutely right. You know, I'm sure there are so many people like Shahid who are there just in our society, but we don't recognize them because they are not open about themselves. They don't do their PR and they're not just going out and shouting slogans that, look, I'm doing so much of work. Maybe only after they're gone, because our media is so strong now, and then they start writing about it. Then only you know about them. So I think I'm sure there are so many people like Shahid Azmi, or there's so many real life heroes which are there in a society. I think because of that only the society is going on and it's working.